Hey folks, I'm Rupali, your host, and welcome to my channel Crime Hack. We are listening to the story Mystery of the Catacombish Tunnels, and we have finished with episode 11. I have created a Patreon account, and its link is given on the video. That's a place where you can contribute any amount as a token of appreciation for my work on this story as well as this channel. There's a lot more to come apart from this story, and its purpose will be to help you in real life, in real situations. In the meanwhile, if you like this story so far, please share, like, and comment on my videos and spread a little intrigue. To hear the complete story, just subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon. I publish a new episode every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so don't forget and keep coming back for more. Night Brothers and the Mystery of the Catacombish Tunnels by Rupali Rajapathe Roti, Part 12. Aakash was beaten right after the Valentines, and his amateur detective friends Raj and Sandy Nayak take it up as their first case ever. They meet up with Priya, whose name was mentioned by the attackers, and find out that Aakash probably took the beating due to the confusion about who proposed to Priya. Now that Raj and Sandy have talked to Priya themselves, they also get ambushed with a nail bed on the road and chili powder in their eyes. Back home, the boys start discussing the case. And now. Why do you think a grown-up threatened us if it was just a college brawl? Asked Raj. You remember he said, that's what I don't like about kids your age? Sandy became pensive. I mean, we don't even know them. Then why come to us and risk being exposed? Raj said thoughtfully and then continued. I feel that they took this risk only to keep us from discovering something off the point altogether, but important. Wasn't he hell-bent on us dropping the case? Sandy nodded thoughtfully. Raj continued, I'm also assuming that they overheard our conversation with Priya today. Now wait, how can you assume that? Oh, come on. Do you really believe he could read minds? How did he know I was lying to him? Sandy had to agree. Raj then quietly tossed the thought that was bothering him for discussion. I was also wondering, what is it that we are hoping to achieve by following this case? Don't tell me he succeeded in shaking you. Sandy sat up and eyed Raj apprehensively. When Raj averted his gaze, he burst out. Are we doing this to achieve something, Raj? I thought we were doing this for our friend. Exactly. You think we will be able to forgive ourselves if Dev gets bashed tomorrow? Raj had a point, and Sandy gave a thought before speaking. Hell, who knows? Maybe Dev would love the idea. Taking the beating for a girl. Sandy cocked his eyebrows mischievously. Or by the girl. Raj still had doubts about Priya and her kin. Well then, let's all get slain by the devil. Bursting out laughing, Raj shook his head. You're impossible, you know that? So we are not stopping investigation, are we? What about Mom? She won't let us. That's just an excuse. Either we convince her or we don't tell her what we are up to. If she comes to know Sandy, she will chop us into small pieces and then grind us into a chutney. Her chutneys are to die for. Sandy got distracted by the thought of his favorite kairi chutney. Pushing the thought away, he quickly finished telling Raj about what he had overheard the men talking about after he left him earlier that evening, but refrained from telling him about the near accident lest he became worried. I have a feeling that this group is up to something, Sandy added. You know, the way that guy mentioned we need to hurry up on the holes to get to our sweet reward, I didn't like the sound of it. Something is going to happen on next Thursday for sure, he concluded. I wish you could have heard further. But there are still a few strong leads that we could follow. We still haven't searched the place where we found Aakash. Sandy became excited. Wait, let's go step by step, he suggested. On the 14th, Deepak proposed to Priya. If this was seen from a distance, then Deepak should have been beat up, not Aakash. This means that someone was listening in on their conversation as well. Not necessarily, Raj objected. Priya could have told this to someone later on. Okay. In that case, Sandy said, let's keep a close watch on her and find out whether she is being shadowed. Sandy instinctively clapped a hand on his forehead. Sorry, forgot that you won't be coming to college for a couple of days. Wrinkling his nose, he added, I will do that then. But keep yourself safe, Raj warned. Yeah. And if she's not being followed, then she must have told someone. Right, Raj agreed, and then added, secondly, the crooks had the 14th and the 15th to prepare for an ambush on Aakash. But in our case, they didn't even get a day's time. So how could they set up an ambush for us? That's a good point, Sandy trailed. What if they were still hiding when we found Aakash and trailed us back home from there? Really? Raj shot him a disbelieving look. Chili powder burn up your brain, huh? We searched the entire area, remember, for Aakash's bike? We didn't look up the trees, Sandy countered. And why would they follow us when they was also present there? We were just a bunch of friends helping, but they was family, Raj countered, and Sandy had to agree. Furthermore, if they had followed us home that night and seen the nameplate, they would never have taken the risk of attacking the family of a policeman, an ACP at that. Raj was right. Though their father was offered a government accommodation, he had preferred to stay at the house he had built over the years. But the nameplate clearly indicated who he was. Sandy snapped his fingers. I know. I had received a call on my cell phone and we had stopped by the roadside a while. Remember? The attack happened soon after. I bet they were following us at the time and went ahead to prepare for the ambush. So, you're saying that they were ready with the chili powder and the nail bed and stuff? Raj challenged. Sandy lost his steam. Yeah, you're right, he agreed. But then he suggested again. What if they carry all that stuff at all times? What for? Raj persisted. Don't know, Sandy replied, again becoming gloomy. Okay, so we need to find two things. First, when and how did they find out which road we would take to prepare for an ambush? And second, if they didn't, then do they carry all the stuff required for it at all times? If so, then why? Raj jotted down the points. And we also need to find out what's going to happen next Thursday, Sandy concluded. And where? Raj added, letting out a big yawn, and Sandy stretched too. Raj asked a final sleepy question. Did you notice they didn't take our bike, but they took Aakash's? My point again. Sandy was barely audible. They wanted to trouble Aakash further, but not us. Raj ruffled his hair irritably, trying to clear the cobwebs in his mind. Sandy's point was logical, but something still didn't ring clearly. Or was it just wishful thinking? Did he secretly desire that this case was more than just a February 14th beta?